Today is Q&A day, and for those of you who don't know me, my name is Leanne Vogel, and I'm a holistic nutritionist and high-fat enthusiast behind the site healthfulpursuit.com, and I help women regulate their metabolisms and balance their hormones, generally be awesome by eating more fat. If you want to find any of my previous Periscopes, you can find me at heartitup.com. That's where I upload all of my Periscope videos. And I also share Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on the YouTube. Okay, we're just gonna, there we go. Let's get started with the Q&A. Can butter cause acne for women? Yes, my wife is trying to figure out if dairy is causing it. Definitely. I get little bumps all over my skin when I eat dairy. Christina, what happens to you when you eat dairy?
All the zits.
All the zits. So yeah, if she's having dairy and she's having an issue with acne, I would definitely look at that first. Come on, hit me with questions. Let's do it. Me too. Okay, the raw mama says her too. Acne on neck. Hormonal issues, I find, is definitely any new keto travel essentials given you're traveling. I just read about MCT oil powder. Are your meal plans good for someone with adrenal fatigue? Yes, on the adrenal fatigue, because there's carb ups in there. Keto travel. I really love taking frozen meats with me if I'm going to be traveling and I have access to a microwave. I thought I was going to have access to a microwave, so I brought stuff with me. And I also brought a steamer bag. I got it from Epicure. It's like a little silicone bag thing, and you can put your food in there and steam it in the microwave. I love doing that if I have access to a microwave. Collagen powder I always take with me traveling. I added it to my tea this morning. And Disneyland's awesome with this kind of stuff. Like, we had great meals. Especially when I eat red meat at dinner, my stomach starts to growl. What might be the reason? Red meat, growl. Does it happen with chicken or pork or anything like that? I would try, okay, so step number one is I would try to take hydrochloric acid or apple cider vinegar with it. And sadly, I don't necessarily agree that all of our bodies don't do well with, oh my God, those fireworks are so loud. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I don't think that everyone's body doesn't do so well with protein. I think some people's bodies do really well with animal protein and others don't. So I would start with the apple cider vinegar before every meal and then move to a hydrochloric acid based enzyme and see if that helps. It could also be the style of red meat. Like, I find like lean cuts of meat affect my stomach. I'm not hungry. I fasted all day and I feel fine. Okay. Are you a woman or a man? If you're a man, it should be okay. If you're a woman, make sure that you're eating, because it can really mess up your hormones. So I would say, like, if this happens for more than a couple of days, I would definitely have a carb up and see how that goes. How much apple cider vinegar? A tablespoon is enough to get that thing started. I am a nutritionist. I'm a holistic nutritionist. I've been practicing for 10 years. Any advice for foods to help with rheumatoid arthritis? I would look at more of an inflammation-based approach at first. That's, if I had RA, I would look at inflammation first. A lot of my clients do really, really well with, yeah, you got it, the raw mama. I really love turmeric, curcumin. Cacao butter better than regular butter. Heck yes, if you're allergic to the butter. If you're allergic to dairy, cacao butter is an awesome replacement. There were a couple of questions that I missed. Feel free to copy and paste your questions until I answer them. What's fab at Expo thus far? I haven't been yet. I took a day off. We went to Disneyland. We're going to go to Expo on Friday and Saturday. So I will let you guys know. We're going to be doing a Periscope. If they have Wi-Fi in the press room, we're going to be doing a Periscope. Christina and I will talk her into doing one with me. I just ate a loaf of French bread with a stick of butter on top. Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. Because I'm allergic to gluten and I'm kind of jealous when people tell me that they ate French bread. My sister, when we were growing up, she ate all the French bread, like all the time. And now we're both allergic to gluten. So that explains everything. Alternative to coconut milk flour, allergic to dairy too. Alternative to coconut milk, if you're looking for like a high fat source, cashew milk. Yeah, that's a good one, Christina. Look at that. And she didn't want to be on Periscope. Substitute for coconut flour, I would go with almond flour, but you'll have to pump up the almond flour because it's not equal ratio. What's a dry flour? Tiger nut flour is too high in carbs. Yeah, you're probably better off with the nut flours. I don't even know. There we go. Migraines around cycle. Check your thyroid. Start with free T3 and TSH. Check your thyroid. Magnesium really helps me during my period and leading up to my period. So I just take magnesium every day. But about 5 days before I know I'm going to get my period, I boost up the magnesium like a lot. And that has helped wonderfully. It could also be the type of woman product that you're using. I use a Diva cup, and I found that was very helpful. How long does it take before you heal from excess butter intake? A month. Give it a month. 1 month. Peppermint oil on temples helps migraines too. Good call, yes. I've noticed trolls on broadcast all day. Yeah, me too. T4 won't convert to T3. What do you mean by that? Could you elaborate? That your T4 won't convert to T3? Just let me know what you meant, and I will try to help you. You want to make, can you take too much magnesium? So yeah, you totally can. Then you'll just poo a lot. So you'll just poo like crazy, and you'll know really quickly. My recommendation is to go up by 1 capsule every couple of days. Extremely bad GERD, do keto carb cycle, not overweight, no gallbladder. Okay, so I would recommend taking ox bile and starting there, and then increasing your consumption of beets and sauerkraut juice, and there's one more, but I can't remember, and that will help you digest fats a little bit easier, and that should reduce the GERD that's happening. So let me know how that goes. Thoughts on the carb cycling in the adrenal reset diet? I've never heard, I've heard of it, but I haven't read it. I should probably read it. Goat's milk instead of dairy. Heck yeah, if you can handle it, it's awesome. If you are getting those acne things though, that's likely an issue with the casein, so that might not help. Your T4 doesn't convert to T3. Yeah. So I have a thought. Are you taking any type of thyroid supplement by your doctor, like Synthroid? Because Synthroid in a couple of my clients, and I don't know if this is actually a thing, I've never looked it up, but with a couple of my clients, they have issues with Synthroid not helping them make that conversion. So if you are on supplements already or a medication, I would ask your doctor to switch over to WP thyroid, or even better, desiccated thyroid, and see if that helps with your conversion uptake problem, or rather your conversion. Yeah. Chat with your doctor about it and see. Does ox bile really help when you don't have a gallbladder? Yes. Have you heard of AIP? How does it compare to fat fueled? You know what? They're quite similar. If you take out the nuts and seeds, it's very similar. But I know that AIP can do starches. So that's really the only difference, is like, the starches in AIP are replaced with fat in fat fueled. So fat fueled is very AIP friendly. Just take note of the nuts and seeds. Yeah, thanks so much for the hearts, guys. That tells me that the content I'm sharing is really good. And these Q&As, everyone asked for them, so I'm doing them. So if you're liking what I'm sharing, definitely tap the screen like this all the time. What is AIP? Awesome question. Autoimmune protocol. Yeah, so it just helps with autoimmune issues, like Hashimoto's is a good one that I see a lot. I'm getting closer to getting my wife to start reading your stuff. I'll convince her yet. Yes, you will. Thank you so much. Still crazy, tired. I down for the count come 3 p.m. Any ideas? Tiffany. Yeah. I'm going to answer from a general public space of if you're having a ton of energy problems, you're probably not eating enough, not eating the right things, not eating enough, stress, adrenal dysfunction, thyroid dysfunction. I would look at just sleeping. For now, it's just like listening to your body, and like you're really, really tired, have a sleep. If you have the life where you can do that. I know when I was working, I'd like go into my car and have a little nap when I was working in an office. And I know when I was overcoming adrenal dysfunction, it was like whenever I was tired, I had a nap. Whenever I was tired, I was having a nap. And then after a while, it just started getting better. And now I rarely need naps, except for when my sister forces me to be at Disneyland for like 10 hours. And I'm so tired. I did fall asleep at the cafe, like on the table. Sorry, not sorry, she says. Yeah, any more questions? I can answer a couple more, and then I'm gonna get ready for bed. As you can tell, I'm just about there. 3 p.m. crash is adrenal fatigue related. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, it can be a bunch of other things, but that's like the number one thing. But I think also paying attention to, not necessarily calorie intake, but just like nutrient intake, like making sure that you're eating enough is important. Anyone else losing their connection? Yeah, sorry if you're losing connection. My internet is so bad right now, so I'm really sorry if you're having a hard time. The internet at this hotel is the worst. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. But this video will be on YouTube in a couple of days, on Saturday actually. I'm so sorry. So if you guys have any more questions, happy to answer them. I'm sorry that the connection is so bad. Any more questions? Any more hearts? I did nap and then it screwed up my night's sleep, sadly. Yeah, the number one way I got through adrenal dysfunction is just like eating a ton of food. Best foods to eat before working out. Yeah, so if you're fat fueled, which is my program, Fat Fueled. You can find more at healthfulpursuit.com/fat fueled. When I was fat fueled, I had a highly caffeinated drink and a bunch of MCT oil and a little bit of protein. I think I used collagen. Yeah, so that's what I did when I was majorly working out and doing fat fueled. I don't majorly work out anymore, but you could also, like, if depending on the type of workouts you're doing, like before yoga, sometimes I go fasted. Before a walk, I usually fast. So it just depends on what kind of workout you're doing. So we're going to end there because the connection's just the connection's just really bad. So thank you so much for listening in. I create Thursday Q&As, so I will be back next Thursday to answer all of your questions about fat fueled, high fat, awesome, low carb living. I will see you then. Bye.